Let's go!
Oh, he almost busted our phone line.
7-0.
7-0. 7-0.
7-0. Winning season is guaranteed.
There you go.
Let me start correctly before I answer your question. Tommy Tom and Gino! Let's go. Great win tonight, guys. Great win. How's it, everybody? I pray everyone is blessed and is just enjoying this. Really quick, first quarter, Johnny Wilson could have had a touchdown. The guy didn't even turn around. The defender didn't even turn around for the ball. Why was that not pass interference or at least face guarding, I believe they call it? Keon Coleman on the scramble play, the announcers tried to cover it up. The ball was over his head. It was over his head because the Duke guy pulled his shirt, jackasses. And then there was a couple plays where Duke linemen were falling to the ground because they were getting beat, and they were literally grabbing the jersey of our guys and pulling them down with them. Why does the administration keep tolerating this crap? It's unbelievable. Well, I mean, obviously the boys knuckled down, and that's really why I wanted to call. Throughout the beginning of the year, there's a lot of fans out there upset we weren't blowing teams out, and I kind of shared your frustration. But a couple of weeks ago, I made a call, and my point was that it was going to pay off dividends later in the year, us being in those tight games, turning the tide, learning to seize control. If we would have been the team blowing teams out this year, and we would have experienced the first half the way we did, I don't know if we turned the tide. I really believe those tighter games to start the year really paid dividends with our guys to buckle down. They knew they could do it, and then they absolutely exerted their control. So I am so stoked with the way this season's going. I pray, obviously, that Johnny is healthy and is ready to get back in there. Hopefully we don't need him for the next two. And I will see you guys at the Warchant Hangout for Miami.
Yes.
We're just a couple weeks away from coming back. Anybody in town, please come out, not just to say hello to me, though I'd love to. Come support these guys. They work their tails off for us.
Yep.
You know what? With all of the mistakes, all of the miscues, all of the questionable coaching decisions, we found a way. You got to trust the process. We're built for this, and that's what he says every damn day for 4 years. And you just got to believe. And if you don't believe, regardless of what happens on the field or what coaches do, this is what it is.
Yeah, gee, what's going on,
7-0.
Hey, Tom. How about that, Eric?
7-0, 7-0. Here we go, 7-0. Here we go.
Oh.
What you got, Eric? Did you go to the game?
Mike Norvell. Yeah, I did. Mike Norvell, man, he needs to chill out with his gambling, man. We're not going to make the playoffs if he keeps pulling this crap. He's driving me nuts. I had to leave my section. I had to go up to the club level. I was so mad.
Wait a minute.
You were mad, so you went to the club level? Wait, we got to get that explanation.
Tell us more here. So you have an option in every game to just wander between the stands and the Champions Club?
Yeah, I was so mad. I was like, man, I'm going up to the Champion Club. I told somebody, I was like, I need to go in there. I got some friends in there. I was like, I got to go in. I was like, man, this is crazy.
I guess they had the better drinks up there. That I can understand, because Mike Norvell does drive you drinks sometimes.
Yeah, man, but yeah, it was a great game, great atmosphere. The fans were electric. I mean, it was like, Jordan did phenomenal. Keon is Keon. I saw a sign that said Keon County, which was pretty clever. Instead of Leon County, Tallahassee, but that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was, we go up to, what is that, Snuggy Hill? I think we're going to beat Wake Forest, guys, by like 6 touchdowns. It ain't going to be close.
There you go.
But yeah, party on, party on.
There we go. All right.
No!
I have bad news first, bad feelings first. Remember when we used to have, Third and Kelly back in the Charles Kelly days? I think now we have first drive and Fuller, because we just love to give up points in the first drive. That's the negative part about me. Now, the positive part is we make so many incredible adjustments after halftime. It's unbelievable. Just when this team takes you on like the Nitro style roller coaster, just when you think that, oh my God, Duke is up 10-0. Oh my God, they're up 20-17. And then we just start rolling and Jordan starts running. It looks like a work of art. Mm-hmm. Now, here's my question to you two fine gentlemen for the night. I saw the graphic. I heard Gene talking about it earlier, and it really pissed me off. The graphic of if we win all of our games and everybody else wins all of their games, that we would be the ones left out. I don't understand. I can't even begin to fathom if that happened. I don't even know what I would do if that would happen. I mean, can someone please of football excellence and intelligence explain this to me? I love you guys as always. I can't wait to get another commit down to you. It's going to happen. I promise you we'll have another one. All right. And go Noles.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm obviously like a lot first-time caller, long-time listener. Glad that you and D-Rob are back doing your film breakdown. It's phenomenal to get the insight. But the reason I really wanted to call was I'm sure everybody knows how blessed we are with Coach Norvell. If anybody heard, he was mic'd up before the game started. And he walked up to Deuce Spann and said, listen, when you catch the ball, put it in your left hand, use your right arm to stiff arm, you see the cut, trust it, and go. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, they actually broke it down after the touchdown. They went ahead and they had everybody listen to it again. But I just think, we have a coach that, preaches technique and just trust. And I, like you guys said, I thought that was, the game-changing play. But just to hear him speak it into Deuce Spann, obviously not Spawn, Deuce Spann's mind to say, listen, just trust it and go. And we all know once he's in the space, no one's going to catch him. I think we're blessed to have him around a lot. We're going to have him around for a long time. And also I wanted to kind of say, people are saying, why don't we blitz more? I don't know what some people that are saying that what a blitz is, but I do know actually from watching you and D-Rob and some other things, we blitz or have something in every single defensive call just about. So that's all I kind of wanted to say. I'm a diehard Noles fan since '82. Love you guys' show, and thanks for having me on. And listen, the way I would bounce a basketball through a minefield just to get on this show and talk, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, first time calling in. I've been a Florida State fan my whole life. I'm an alum. So some of the stuff I say might, come off a little bad, but it's all from love. I promise.
All right.
One thing I wanted to comment on was like the tackling. What are your thoughts on the tackling of our defense lately?
I would say it's below average, first of all, and I'm sure you might chuckle and say that's an understatement. I think that, Florida State got put on blast on television. For those of you that were in the stands tonight, you don't know this, and Gene, I know you're watching with friends, so I don't know if you heard this, but Herbstreit killed us for a lack of effort on the first touchdown run. That must have been a 45-second replay about no hustle on the backside of the play. That's not good. That's not a good look. That's effort that has not as much to do with tackling as what I think you're driving home at, Andrew. But I think tonight Florida State got bullied a little bit more than they expected to. And this season tackling's been But the whole of college football and professional football, you're worse at tackling because they don't take anybody to the ground in practice. So I think there's a sloppiness that comes with that style of play. But go ahead.
Thomas.
Understood.
No, let me chime in here. So this is something, I don't know if you read the Pro Football Focus analytics I do on Sunday mornings, but one of the things I know, the last one I just looked it up now, is the worst statistic involved, and there's like 10 different categories they grade Florida State at team-wise. The worst thing they rated Florida State is tackling. Going into this game, Florida ranked 89th in tackling in the country. That's for a top 4 team. That tells you that's awful. They've been horrible tackling the football. Now, my guess is the grades aren't going to get any better after this game. So that has been a big problem by the defense this season is tackling.
Yeah. The other quick question I had for you was if Riley Leonard doesn't get injured, what do you think the outcome or how do you think the game would have changed?
Well, there's a hell of a lot more of a chance. And thank you, Andrew. I hope you call back soon for the next edition. We'll be live after Wake Forest. Road games, home games does make a difference for the postgame show. We're always here on Warchant TV. There's a much better chance they score a touchdown on that drive, Gene, first of all. And if they score a touchdown on that drive and they're at 26 points, 27 points.
Well, yeah, the touchdown would have been scary there. That was when you had to hold them to a field goal. I don't know. I still, just the way that, like you said, at the end, they had that defense on roller skates in the last quarter.
Yeah.
Look, he wasn't throwing for that many more yards. I don't think he was lighting things up. I mean, what were his final stats in the game? He threw for.
Well, I would say while you're looking at it,
for 69 yards, he was 7 out of 16 for 69. Was he really?
No, it wasn't.
He had one great throw that I remember in the game, but I don't really think he was doing. I mean, obviously, to me, his bigger thing was his leadership. I think Duke did have a little bit of a letdown when he went out because he's their leader. So I think from that perspective, I don't know. We can play hypotheticals on a bunch of different things. I still think FSU would win, but
it would have been a race. It would have been a race to the finish. The margin ends up 18. I think it comes down to a possession. The thing is, you could see the confidence in Florida State's attacking of the ground game. It just surged the moment that he was off the field.
Yeah.
They didn't think Beelan had anything for them on the ground. And we were shook a little bit by it, Leonard's ability to run, because they get to that point, Gene, where they're on the precipice of scoring a touchdown before he gets hurt. And they do so even though he's not throwing with any consistency. They're still marching down the field in that moment. Now, we probably should sack him there and not grab his face mask, but it's just one of those
things.
Yeah,
the hypothetical you sack him there,
Yeah.
And they're not throwing, they're kicking a field goal anyway there.
That's right. What's up, gentlemen? The last time I called in was after the Miami game, and I got to apologize. I was loaded, but I couldn't believe my eyes at the time, so I let the drinks get the best of me. But I got to talk about tonight. I got to say, listen, I think the special teams, a little underrated. I think Spain. Or Spawn, however we want to do this. I think his PD, that was a big deal. It was a big deal. And what world do I live in? I got to say, it was eye-opening. I can't believe the success Duke's offensive line had against our defensive fronts in the beginning. I can't believe it. But at the end of the day, 7-0, let's go. But it was a little eye-opening to me.